Welcome to another video. I'm going to start by doing a little bit of drumming to help clear the space, and then go ahead and pull some cards and do a reading. So go ahead and get settled, get comfortable, get your tea or your drink. Take some deep breaths. Do what you gotta do to feel like you're in a space to receive some sacred messages. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get started with the drumming. To do a deep inhale and exhale, exhaling all the way as much as you can. Think about if you have an intention for today's reading. My intention is to call in any messages that can help the viewers with your health, well-being, with showing path forward or helping take that next step on the path. And I'm asking for God and any spiritual messengers that have our highest good in their mind/heart for those helpers to come forward. Just lighting this Palo Santo to get some more good energy in here. How have you all been feeling? It's October. I think today's October 1st. It's been pretty good over here. I had a really exciting week so far, actually, getting reconnected with some things that I'm really passionate about, and now just feeling a little tired after all that stimulus and excitement. So I don't know if that resonates at all, if there's anything exciting happening in your world and just that ebb and flow of energy that can happen. All right, I know Palo Santo always takes a while to light, but it's totally worth it. Forgot to plug in my microphone too, so let me do that real quick. All right, hopefully the sound's a little better now. So what kind of reading do you all want? I feel like we could focus on something specific today. Should we do career? Should we do love, family? I don't know. Here, let me roll the dice. So career will be 1, family will be 2, and love will be 3. And then if it's a 4, 5, or 6, we'll follow that same pattern. 1, we got career. Cool. Just want to make sure this goes a little longer. All right, so let's start with the this deck. Is it the New Era Elements? I think it's the New Era Elements. All right. So let's get a card for past, present, and future. So we'll start with past. just going to clear a little more space for myself here. Past, we have interference. That's the Eight of Swords. Here, I'll show it to you a little closer. So you can see there are birds trying to do their thing, and then a hawk comes in and provides interference. So you may have been feeling in the distant or recent past like some of your efforts were being blocked. You know, that you weren't able to complete your mission because of some interference that was occurring. What about present energies for career? Okay. Oh, interesting. We have the Fool in reverse and also the Five of another Swords. The Five of Swords defeat. Wow. Eek. This is a difficult energy. So not only it's basically like this has gotten worse, you know, so the block or the interference, like these birds are still safe. They're just being blocked or pursued. But in this instance, I mean, the spider is actually actively trapping and probably about to consume that insect. So there is definitely metaphorically, it could be physical as well, where like a job is actually zapping your physical life force, but at least metaphorically there is a death, which means that there is also a transformation. So it'll be interesting to see what comes out for the future card. But you also have the Fool in reverse for your present energy, which is also giving me vibes of being blocked. Like when the Fool is upright, it's a new beginning. You're starting a new path. There's this baby energy, you know, of just this hope and excitement about this new life. But reverse to me in this reading feels like we can't start this new life. You know, we can't be excited about this. And just like, again, a block on what could be a new path. So let's get a card for future. Well, this is definitely a tough energy, so I was just going to say I'm curious if you're already searching for other jobs or if, you know, where you're at in that journey. So we have the Daughter of Air, so another Swords card. Okay, so this is at least her being empowered. Like she's like, okay, I'm getting my sword ready. I'm getting ready to fight or to defend myself. And hopefully, I'll look at the other cards in a sec, but hopefully you're not going to have to fight at your current job. And maybe it's just more about being empowered to move on to something else. But who knows? Maybe you love your job and maybe you want to fight for your position. We also have the Magician in reverse. That's not great. So the way I interpret this as, so the Magician upright is there is a effortless flow of energy to be able to achieve what you want. And so again, I'm feeling a block with this. So in the near future, you might still be feeling a block, but you might be feeling more empowered. Yeah, we've got the firefighters here too. Seven of Wands, bravery. So you're definitely moving into a more empowered energy. Like with this woman who's pulling the sword out and the firefighters going to fight a fire. Like you are getting ready to and actually moving towards the conflict and addressing it. And then, we have the Nine of, I believe that's the Nine of Wands as well, power. So there is definitely power that you are calling on within yourself, but I'll also say outside resources because we have the light here, The firefighters have their water. She has her sword. So that's actually really beautiful. You have metal, light, fire. There's multiple elements here that can be helpful in this fight. Let me ask another deck, Santa Muerte, which is one of my favorites. What advice is there for you as you move into this more empowered action energy? Any advice regarding career in the near future? The Hierophant. Okay, so this card can represent like structure, tradition, God. So definitely say your prayers, pray on this. I mean, this is a big deal. This is, you've got the Fool and the Magician in reverse and the Interference card. I mean, there's a lot of blockages here. So you might need to rely on more than just your own intellect to get you through this. Let's see if there's anything else. Any other advice? The Knight of Cups in reverse, the Ace of Swords, and the Page of Swords. So that's your second page of, I'm not sure if the daughter is Page or, I'm blanking right now. If it's, here, I have a quick way of finding out. Yeah, the Page is probably the daughter and the Knight is probably the son. So this is the second time the Page of Swords has come out. So I'm actually going to read this one to you. I think I'll read it from, well, maybe I'll read it from both. We'll see. I don't think the descriptions are very long in Santa Muerte. Page of Swords, where are you at? Okay. With perseverance, a spirit of observation and curiosity, the Page of Swords studies and inquires into the situation, accumulating experience in order to be prepared when the situation, which is now tranquil, that part is not true in this reading, could change. This arcana propels us, therefore, towards prudence, waiting, and calculating carefully the various elements in the case of unexpected events or exams. So despite the chaos here, this is advising you to take your time. You know, the situation may have already been going on a long time. So try not to rush quickly into deciding how you're going to handle it. We do have the Ace of Swords, so truth is on your side here. This also could be interpreted as you need to tell the truth. So it might be about figuring out how you're going to get to the point of communicating honestly. Like, how are you going to share your feelings or how you see the situation, or, you know, providing information on yourself and your performance to counter, you know, whatever other attacks or things may be happening. The Knight of Cups in reverse. I'm just going to look that up real quick too. I'm interested. If upside down, he could be transformed into a liar or an enchanter whose arrival presupposes obstacles and unpleasant events. Yeah, so the fact that we have a liar here with the truth card, I mean, when you're dealing with a liar, that is not something that can really be countered with logic. I don't know if you're going to have to get a third person involved that can maybe catch that person in their lie so that you don't have to try to directly counter the lie. Let me get another card from the Angel and Ancestors deck. But yeah, the fact that you're showing up as the Page of Swords and you have the Ace of Swords, that's definitely positive. You know, you're getting prepared. Truth is on your side. Truth is going to play a role in this in the near future, but yeah, you're probably going to need a third party, or at the very least to be drawing on your own prayer and preparation with this situation. Are there other supports that these viewers can lean on or advice in this situation? Oracle, wait for important information. Okay. So this is also signifying, it's not that you shouldn't act quickly, it's that you shouldn't act until you're ready. So sometimes, like with all these messages about slowing down and all that, it's almost like can create fear of like, oh my God, maybe I shouldn't act. That's not what I'm trying to say. It's more about waiting for that feeling of readiness. Connect with your emotions. Right, so definitely validate and give space to your own emotions, even if the other people that you're dealing with can't help you with that, you can give that gift to yourself. And then in reverse, we have Warrior, be fearless and stand strong, and Peacekeeper, let go of the need to be right. That's interesting. So these, in one way, are opposing energies, right? If we are being the warrior, we might not be willing to back down. And if we're being the peacekeeper, we might be willing to back down sooner. So this might be part of, like this warrior is the spider and the peacekeeper is the one being trapped in the net, possibly. It could also be that you're not going to be using logic. You're not going to be able to prove this person's lie. It's not your job to kind of illuminate that whole situation, and it might just actually bring you to resolution quicker if you are just willing to let go. On the other hand, if you've been too passive, you might need to step into the warrior energy. But since they were both in reverse, it's actually making me think that there are two energies that are representing the warrior and the peacekeeper, and neither of them are really the right answer, because with these energies at play, there is a lot of obstacles and conflict and destruction right now. So if you are the warrior, you know, you can pray about, you know, help me see if I need to step out of my warrior energy. Help me see how to lower my guards and, you know, connect with my own emotions and figure out how to bring resolution and peace to this situation. Or if you are the peacekeeper, you can ask, like, let me know if I can drop my peacekeeping nature right now, or if my peacekeeping nature is harming me. And, you know, please help bring resolution and healing to the situation, and asking the higher power to help bring peace to the situation, because the way that you or the other person has been trying to keep the peace is obviously not working here. Yeah. And then interestingly, on the bottom of the deck, we have make plans and focus, which is very similar to the Page of Swords energy that you got twice. So yeah, definitely getting the message that it's time for you to go within, like you're getting ready to move towards action on this. It's not about going super slow or anything, because I feel like the situation's already been going on for a while. But it is about like taking the time, making plans, focusing what is important to you, praying, and, you know, getting your tools ready. Remember, she had the sword, the firefighters had their water. Yeah, so definitely gather up your tools, make your plans. Let me pull one last message here from I haven't used this one on a YouTube reading yet, the Crystal Moon Mystic Oracle. This one doesn't have a book, so we'll just it does have a couple cards that interpret, but the pictures are really, really beautiful. I hope this message is validating or helpful so far. Okay, that's the one that popped. So we got Aries and September. Okay, so September and Aries is a very fiery energy. Like one way that I can describe Aries energy is like somebody driving their car really fast. Like they're going to get to where they want to go. And because they have to get there and they need to, express themselves in that way. And that's no shade on Aries. It's the way that I saw in Aries acting once. And I'm like, oh, that's kind of similar to your sign. And it says here that Aries, the key word is courage. So it might mean that you are going to need to draw on your courage in this situation. But it could also signify that the energy you're dealing with is like an intense, hot energy. And that maybe, hopefully, the worst of it was in September. And now that we're in October, hopefully you can move on to better things. Let me read you the September meaning here. Okay. So this one is symbolizing the fruit moon, and the keyword is joy. The crystal is pyrite, and the symbols are barley, rice, corn, apples, pumpkins, and pears. So there is a lot of abundance here. I mean, this is also making me think like to only give this energy the attention it deserves, because this is the season that we're in right now, and there are pumpkin patches to go to, and there's, corn, locally grown corn at the grocery store, and there's, apple farms to go to. And I don't know about you, but for me, when there's drama at work, it can be very tempting and easy to actually just kind of hyper focus on that and like talk with people about it, because I'm processing it and I'm trying to figure out the next action. And before you know it, like I've given a situation 8 times more energy than it deserves. So definitely remember the abundance that's around you right now, not only in your own bank account or your own refrigerator, but in your community, because if you are living in a climate where it's going to be winter soon, we aren't going to have this locally grown food available in the same degree to us in a few months from now. So don't let this conflict, completely distract you from other things going on, because then you're also just giving it more power than it actually deserves. I'm just feeling like I keep wanting to give you one more message. Let's do one last message from the, I forget what this one's called. It's like the I am affirmations or something like that. All right. So one last message for these viewers to take into their next week or two, specifically regarding this career situation. I kind of like the idea of rolling the dice to figure out if we're going to do career, family, love. I'm sure there's other topics too. If you have an idea for a topic, put it in the comments. And please do subscribe also. All right, you got 3. I am worthy. Hell yeah, you are. I am a problem solver. Yes, you are. And that aligns very much with this Page of Swords card that you basically got 3 times in this reading. And I release what does not serve me. This is very similar to that September message we got. I mean, not only releasing what doesn't serve you, but not letting it overly define your life or fixate on it. And this might signal that you are going to be leaving a particular workplace and just completely releasing it, or at least just deciding to move on from this energy and try to heal it, or stop working with a particular person or project. But yeah, at the center of that, at the heart of that, is the I am worthy. So once you realize that you are worthy to not have to deal with this energy any longer than basically any longer, it'll start to shift into the action, the planning and the gathering your tools. So I hope this is helpful. Let me know if it is or isn't. You're always welcome to contact me to book a personal reading too, if there's something that you want to dig into more personally. Hopefully some of the readings have been resonating, but since they are not just for one person, all of them probably won't resonate with you. And also within any given reading, some parts may resonate and some parts may not. So my goal is just that these readings help, connect us to something greater and reflect on how we want to move and show up going forward, and basically showering ourselves with self-love, because nothing negative is going to come from that as long as we are, continuing to be reflective and caring about the people that we interact with as well. The I am good enough. It's very similar to the I am worthy. All right. I hope you all have a good night, a good couple days, and I will see you next time.